Macho John Madden in my hotel room on the east side of Asheville, North Carolina. I want to tell a story about a bartender I had the joy to spend an hour with this afternoon. But I want to give some context. My buddy Tom Kilby has been bugging me for a long time to do something I said I wanted to do, which is to set up a YouTube channel just about homeless issues, about my encounters with homeless people, because I do engage with them a lot. And I've been, in my 6 months back here in the States, I've been homeless a total of 30 days, 30 nights. So I know the life quite well. I've been robbed a couple of times sleeping during the night. I know the life. And I give homeless people the respect to talk straight to them. There was a guy the other day at ABCCM charity where you get food and clothing. And he was being I've been around him a lot, and he can be so incredibly annoying the ways he tries to engage. And I said to him at one point, I'm ignoring you. I don't want to deal with you. Finally, he said, why? Why are you ignoring me? I said, because I don't like you. I have never seen one sign of you ever genuinely caring about anybody else. It's only about yourself. And damn if he didn't turn around. Within 5 minutes, he was trying to help me. I was having trouble with my cloth mochila backpack, getting it on over a heavy sweatshirt. He says, you want help with that? I said, no, actually, I always can get it eventually, but you're trying. You're trying, man. Thank you. Good work. Good work. Today on the street, a kid asked for a cigarette, and I gave him a cigarette, and he just walked off. Didn't say a word. And as he walked off, I said, you're supposed to say thank you. He turned around and gave me a big smile and a big thank you. I gave him a thumbs up. Good job. So coaching. So I am going to have a channel that's just about homeless issues. And I want to do another that's only buskers and street musicians. And I want to do another YouTube channel that's all low-wage workers and restaurant servers and bartenders. And it's inspired by, I've been that. In my 16 years in Asheville, I did not do psychology or management consulting, all the stuff I had done. But I had 13 frontline customer service jobs. I drove a cab, I drove a mountain mobility van, I worked as a restaurant server, and a whole lot of retail, including cashiering. So I know that world. And one of my favorite girlfriends was a bartender. And bartender today was Victoria at Pack Tavern. Beautiful, beautiful, so skilled. Boy, does she know bartending. What a pro. So my first affirmation to her was, you're a pro. You really know this work. My second intervention was to tell her the story of the Mission Hospital nurse I had a few weeks ago, who was so sassy, so poised. And because the nurses tease among themselves a lot there. And any work group that's functioning well tends to tease. And any guy who teased her, she would give it back double. So I finally said to her, have you been a bartender? She said, 12 years, baby. And she was so proud that I saw it. She said later, whenever I tell people I was a bartender, they say, well, that fits. But you saw it before I even said it. She liked that a lot. So I told Victoria that story, and she says, oh yeah, you got to be able to be sassy. And at the end, I said, you're Latina, aren't you? Yeah. Did you grow up in the U.S.? Yeah. Because the big mistake people make with Latinos is to assume they're all recent immigrants. And in Chicago, where I'm from, that tends to be the case. But up in Appalachia, where I roamed for a year, we hung out at Thomas's grocery store in Bakersville. And I said to Joe, one of the sons there one day, we have the illusion in Asheville that Appalachian folks are anti-Latino, because of the whole Trump thing, a lot. He says, these people, we've known them for generations. I knew their parents. I knew their grandparents. Their family. Their family. So don't, and in in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas, it's loaded with people who have been there for 4, 5, 6 generations. I'm third generation Irish. Makes me seem like a newcomer. They were there when it was Mexico, before the U.S. stole so much of the property. 55% of the Mexican land mass was stolen by the U.S., just like the Russians are doing with Ukraine. Yes, just like we took it because we wanted it, because we were trying to expand. So don't make the mistake of thinking the Latinos are new to the U.S. When I was teaching diversity in Washington, D.C., I said to a Chinese participant, thinking I was being Mr. Diverse, "You want to say something in Chinese for us?" And she says, "I don't know Chinese. I grew up in Washington." I said, "Oh, what an asshole I am." So Victoria, yeah, she said, I said, "Well, where are your people from?" "Puerto Rico and South America." I didn't find out where. So my last thing was to say, are you familiar with AOC? Anastasia Ocasio-Cortez, who's one of my absolute heroes and sex goddess. I mean, she's just such what an incredible woman. And she says, well, lots of working class people don't follow politics. And she had no idea who AOC was. I said, well, Google AOC and Google AOC music video, because when the Republicans are trying to bury her by the discovery that she had been in a music video at college, they thought that'll ruin her. She not only passed that video around, which was really quite good and makes her look wonderful, she shot a video of her dancing down the hall into her new office in the Congress. Yeah, in their eye, stuck her thumb right in their eye. I didn't say you'll find a Puerto Rican hero there, but I said she's one of my heroes. Yeah. So Victoria. And then as I was leaving, she was up front talking with the hostess. And I pretended not to see her. I said, they always, at Pack Tavern, they always say, "Jeff, it was everything good?" I said, "Perfect beer, perfect server." "Oh, Victoria, what are you doing there?" "Sorry." It was great. It was great. Victoria, I look forward to seeing her again. Okay.